All right, we live. Where's my mouse at? All right, there's my mouse. Whew. Oh, excuse me. All right. Let's get some motivation going. Let's get some motivation.
Motivation. All I needed was a little bit of motivation. Dedication. All I needed was a little bit of dedication. Steady hating. Don't know why, but they steady hating. I got my foot on the gas, I'm moving too fast, there's no time for waiting. Straight out the dirt, in the lab, yeah, I'm running analysis. I gotta get to it first. I'm my way or you gonna get hurt. I'm trying to see what could work, and you acting like you got paralysis. I need me a duffel with racks in it. You need you a duffel of bandages. Yeah, I gotta get to the cake. Going fast, I feel like I'm late. Down a dash, take a look at the plate. With the team and lobster and steak. I cannot see why they hate. I had to just hustle and pray. Chasing that bag every day. I'm so thankful, man, life is so great. Do you know about the hunger pains? Had to finesse, had to play the game. I took so much losses, now I am a boss. I will never ever be the same. I'm getting this money, I'm chasing this wealth. Just watch as I make these gains. I'm getting this money, I'm chasing this wealth. Just watch as I make these gains. Motivation. All I needed was a little bit of motivation. Dedication. All I needed was a little bit of dedication. Steady hating. Don't know why, but they steady hating. I got my foot on the gas, I'm moving too fast, there's no time for waiting. They said that I am impatient. They said that I'm never gonna make it. They laugh and they smile with their faces. They cook me, they fry me like bacon. It's been 100 rounds, I can't let up now, I'm just destined for greatness. Coming from the ground, I know you hear the sound of me just breaking the pavement. I put myself on the map, there's no need for the cap. Look at the pockets, they fat. What's in the back of the back? I cannot go back. I'll make it hit every track. Run up the racks, gather the funds, let it stack. Getting the money in packs, I cannot lack. Man, I'm just spitting the facts. You know I'm spitting the facts. Motivation. All I needed was a little bit of dedication. Don't know why, but they steady hating. Yes, they steady hating. I got my foot on the gas, I'm moving so fast, I hope I don't crash. You see me doing the dash, man, get on my way so I could pass. I'm speeding just like the Flash, and just in the flash, I'm getting the cash. Tell me why is you mad, I'm getting this bag without all the lag. I'm playing capture the flag and I'm leaving them all just like a frag. Motivation. All I needed was a little bit of dedication. Don't know why, but they steady hating. Yes, they steady hating. I got my foot on the gas, I'm moving so fast, I hope I don't crash. Doing the dash, man, get out my way so I could pass. I'm speeding just like the Flash, and just in the flash, I'm getting the cash. Tell me why is you mad, I'm getting this bag without all the lag. I'm playing capture the flag and I'm leaving my mark just like a frag. Motivation. All I needed was a little bit of motivation. Dedication. All I needed was a little bit of dedication. Steady hating. Don't know why, but they steady hating. I got my foot on the gas, I'm moving too fast, there's no time for waiting.
That's fire right there, boy. Shout out to my man Swave, yo. Heat. That's heat right there, man. Woo. You can't rap. This make you feel like you can rap. Motivation. Yeah, that's a good way to set it off right there. Every time I hear that, I get goosebumps. That's fire. That song is heat right there. Like, for real. All right. Let me get myself together now. Wait, did I put this in a... I didn't put this in a group yet. All right, let me do that real quick. I thought I did that already. But I was too busy being motivated. He said steady hating. Don't know why, but they steady hating. Yo, those is all facts. All facts. Damn. All right. So we're gonna have a good stream today. It's gonna be a good live stream today. Excuse me. I got one more thing to do. Then we good to go. Got my foot on the gas. I hope I don't crash. Woo! Them is some hard bars right there. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. All right, so we should be all settled in now. When you come on, make sure that you hit that like button, please. If you haven't hit the like button already, make sure you hit that like button. All right, let me see who we got in the building. Lamar was good. Damon, what's happening? Gregory, what's going on? Melanie, what's up? What's up, Shahara? Walker, what up? JP, what up? Rich is in the building. Of course, Jay Carly's in the building. She on silent. Okay. Ooh, Lamar, that's hard. 3K today. He said, I'm definitely motivated. Yeah, I can see why. Good stuff, man. So you took 3 trades? And I'm glad that you actually are reporting that on this live stream, because I wanted to talk about kind of the same thing. Oh, you took 5 trades today. Wow, okay. That's good. That's good stuff, man. Yeah, without a doubt. Lamar, was it Lamar that did I don't think that was Lamar that did Project 21. That was somebody else, right? Lamar, refresh my memory again. What are you trading? You trading the binaries? I get confused by the people sometimes. I apologize. I forgot who it was that said that they did Project 21. Okay, you're doing the pound on NADEX. So what's a typical week for you? How many trades in a week do you get, like, normally on average? Because I actually might be thinking about somebody else. But that's definitely awesome, man. He said he took 5 trades, made 3K. Best day. So this your best day ever, you saying? I only do one normally, but market was on fire. Okay. Only do one a day? Aim is 1 per day, but could be 2 a week. Okay. So at the low end, 2 a week. And I guess when the market is looking how you want it to look, you can go as high as you went today, which was 5 trades. Yeah, that's what I'm always I'm alert for the juice. It varies if the market gives. Okay. So just in general, you allow the market to decide. Is that what you're telling me? Like you're never putting yourself in a position where it's like you chasing trades. That's what I want you to say. Okay. But you're not saying that just because I want you to say that though. Okay. All right, cool. All right, so we good. I guess so. The game still look is red or blue. Is that what it is now? Or you just saying you like the red? No affiliation, no gang gang, no gang gang. Yeah, that's a good question. So, Rich, you asking that just in general, or you mean you asking me, or you asking Lamar? Just so I know before I even respond to that. Yeah, green is a favorite for me too. Right. Okay. I was just making sure. Yeah. So that question is for you, Lamar. He was asking, where would you stop if the market gave it up all day? Like, at what point would you stop taking trades? Here's the moment of truth. Everybody patiently waiting. Everybody's like, hmm. Everybody's still waiting. That's funny. Come on, Lamar. Did he answer yet? Lamar? Where you at, Lamar? Oh, man. Melody said crickets. Oh, there you go. All right. He had to type it all out. With the way the market has been this week, I was looking for max 2 trades, but it kept giving. So I decided to stop at 5 as there were definitely more. So your normal threshold would be 2, and then you exceeded that by 3, basically today. And then you had to stop yourself at 5. Is that what had happened was? That sounded like what had happened was right there. And if so, that's a little juicy. Not too juicy, but that's a little juicy. Just a little bit. Normal is 1, but due to volatility, I was looking for 2, but it was so much more volatile, so could look for more. So, man, it's like I want to root for you to do it because I see that you're confident in what you're doing, but at the same time, you have to. There's a very thin line between being thirsty. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, let me just explain thirst. Thirst is when thirst is like you love candy, right? And you know the candy tears your teeth up. So in your mind, you're like, I love candy, so I have to proportion the candy so that I don't overdo it. But then you go to the candy store. Think about what I'm saying, right? You love candy. Candy tear your teeth up. You want to save your teeth, but then you go to the candy store. What is likely to happen? And you supposed to only have 2 pieces of candy, but you go to the candy store. And I see, and I knew that you were going to say that. And it's easy to say that because you're justifying what you did, but listen to what you still said at the end. You said, I still had to stop myself at 5 because there were more. So let's just deal with that for 1 second. Why did you stop yourself? Why did you stop yourself at 5 instead of keep going? That's what I want to know the answer to. And I'm gonna let you respond to that. Why did you stop at 5? Why didn't you stop at 4? Why didn't you stop at 6? Why did you stop at 5? Is my question. He said because the market got even crazier and became too abnormal. Okay, so did the market stop giving it up and that's why you stopped? Because you did say that there were more. So which one is it? Were there more opportunities and you had to stop yourself? Or did the market stop you? And I love to do this because I like to delve into the mindset. Like Lamar, he trades in volatility. So I'm really just getting wisdom from him, from his perspective. So that's why I'm asking these questions. What's up, Osman? Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. What Rich just said, there was also a but in there. Right. That's why I'm saying, like, because you said that you stopped at 5, but there were more. So that's what I'm kind of trying to work with. If there were more, why didn't you keep going? Was it that? Or you also said that the market got even more, it became too abnormal. So was it the market being abnormal that stopped you? Or was it something else? You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I'm digging to try to get out of you, Lamar. Because this will be very helpful, not just for you, but for others as well. Gregory, what's good? Oh, you just watched 301. Nice. He said, haven't slept yet. Needed to rest my eyes for later today training session. Good stuff. Lamar said, there were more opportunities. I stopped because I never made 3K in one day. So got overexcited, so had to stop. Okay. That's fair enough. That is fair enough. And yes I did disinfect the bottle. Thank you, Adele. Thanks, Mom. Okay, so how you feel about that? You heard what Lamar said? He said he stopped because he never made 3K in a day. So he got overexcited and he had to stop. How you feel about that? Rich said you had to tussle with the juice man and come out alive. That's what happened, man. So, Lamar, I believe that with what you said about you never saw 3K in a day, that right there led you to realize that you were dealing with something that you don't normally do. It's outside of the framework that you set for yourself, because you already had said your goal is one, two at the most. So you went beyond that by 3 extra trades. Like even if you had the two, you went beyond that by 3 extra ones, and you was in the juice man. The only thing that stops you was the fact that you made more money than you ever made before, and then it scared you because you were now dealing with the unknown. So you were afraid of something that was unknown and unfamiliar to you. Does that make sense? Okay, yeah. So we got to be very careful with that as traders. We have to be very careful with that, because it's easy to shift right into the juice man. Like it ain't nothing. If when you're consistently having success in a moment in time, the juice man, he ready to kick in immediately. He like, yo, let's keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, keep going and keep going. And next thing you know, you're not seeing things the way that you should be seeing them. Or you seeing is more. And we never want to do that, because one, there's no need to. And two, we just want to always put a limit to the potential for the juice man to kick in all the time. That's something that we always, want to make sure that we do. But thank you for sharing that, Lamar. That was good stuff, man. That was good stuff. That was very valuable. Everything he just went through, because it's still a juice man. Even if you're not trading how we're trading, the juice man is alive and kicking. Juice man don't care about the way that you trading. You know what I'm saying? Juice man is something that you have to deal with and overcome, the same way that you have to develop patience and discipline. So that applies regardless of the way that you're trading, whether you trade in the way that we are or you doing your own thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely. I appreciate that, Lamar. Definitely. Yeah, and that's important. Stacy said at least he know that he was excited. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, Gregory, he's not trading with us. He doesn't trade the way that we do. So, I try to always just be sensitive to when someone doesn't do what we do, because whatever somebody is doing, if they're succeeding with it, there's a reason that they're succeeding with what they're doing. If there's certain characteristics that everybody who trades successfully possesses. So when I see people winning, I'm rooting for everybody to win, regardless of whether you trading with us or training with us or not. You winning, I want to see you win. I definitely want to see you win. That's why I was confusing Lamar with who was the other guy that said that he did Project 21? I forgot who that was. Like the other dude I'm talking about. He not in training with us either. So there are other people that don't trade the way that we do, but we still have to deal with the same things regardless of how we're actually trading. So yeah, Huey. Right. Thank you, Adele. Thank you. Yep. Lamar said, thank you, Mark. Your voice in my ear helps. Absolutely. Yeah, we definitely got to encourage, one another regardless, because it's not easy to trade. See, like, it's so funny too, because this is what I was vlogging about today. I was talking about all of the misconceptions that people have with trading, like just in general. People have false perceptions about trading. And one of the things that is like one of my goals and like a part of my mission is to break the misconceptions, because people think that trading is this thing that you can't do because you got to be lucky to do it, or it's like gambling, or you're going to lose your money, and it's like, hell yeah, you're going to lose your money, but you ain't just losing your money because it's trading. You losing your money because you don't know what you're doing. You losing your money because you don't have discipline and patience. You don't have, a framework to stick to. And you don't have the patience and discipline to execute whatever the framework is. You see what I'm saying? That's why you'll be losing. So I definitely am on that path where I want what we're doing through TA to break through and bust through all of the misconceptions that people have. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a part of my mission, because people are just uneducated and they're misinformed when it comes to trading. You know what I mean? So want to definitely break that down. Yeah, but this is good stuff. No doubt, Walker. He said ain't no market good enough to get slapped while I'm up in it. Nope. Nope. Ain't nobody, we ain't playing with them slaps. Rich said the amount was a new height. Most people get cold feet at that altitude and end up either losing everything or withdrawing the cash out. Right. That's it. Jay Carly said, if you have success in a way that you don't normally, you better learn to stop before you give it back. That's the lesson. That's the lesson right there of the juice man. Right there, what Jay Carly just said. Bingo. Yeah, we definitely must encourage and uplift Gregory, but does he know why he is winning his trade is the question. I'm pretty sure that he does, because he's consistently winning. So you got to know why you're winning. But knowing why you're winning also is not the only thing that goes on. All of the self work that you have to do is a constant thing. It's one of the reasons why even people that are not in training with TA come on this live stream, because when we're on here, we're talking about mindset. And as a trader, you need the repetition in order to keep your mindset elevated and to stay sharp with what you're doing. So that's why I'm all for that. Like, I want whoever's trading and not winning to come here, and I want whoever's trading and is winning and wants to keep winning to come here, because there is a common denominator for those who win consistently, and we know what that is. You see what I'm saying? So the karma that comes from me just putting out good information and then drawing and attracting people that just want to continuously elevate, that right there keeps us winning in perpetuity. It's the reason that we're gonna win. Like, y'all understand that, right? The reason that TA is winning is because of that dynamic. So that's something that we always want to encourage. So as soon as somebody tells me that they don't trade the way that we trade, that's when I start to, ask some questions and just get into what their mindset is like, to see, what type of success they're having, where they might need to fill in the gaps as far as the mindset goes, so that they can become more consistent or remain consistent if they're already successful. That's very important to me. It's very important, because trading is a community. Like, regular people don't even know about what we do. So anytime any of us in trading are doing well, or we want to do well and we want to become successful, we have to make sure that we're always doing things that are building. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I always want to make this environment safe for everybody. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you don't train with us, so get out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna do that. So I'm always gonna encourage everybody that trades, whatever you're doing, I want to see you win. Some people don't know what they're doing. You see what I'm saying? Like like most people don't know what they're doing. Very few people come in here with us and are actually succeeding already. Very few. Like just off the top of my head, I can name 3. And Lamar's one of them. You got Lamar, you got Huey, and there's another dude, the Candy's husband. You remember Candy? Remember when he came on, he was talking about he was almost at his goal? So that's 3 that I could think of. And Ernest too, of course. And Ernest does Forex. So, Ernest don't even trade the way that we do on NADEX. So that's 4 I could think of off the top of my head. 4 out of how many people are trading? Millions? Like, you see what I'm saying? So, yeah, we want to see everybody win. And that's what it is. Like, so if you winning, we want you to keep winning, without a doubt. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Rich said, must have some understanding to get in at the time that he did, knowing what the market was doing in regards to what he needed it to do. Yep. Lamar, if you trade on luck in the long term, you will give it back and more. That is a fact. See, you see what Lamar just said? See, he's already woke. He's conscious already, and he's in the right mindset already. Because you can't talk like that and not be in the right mindset. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just always, listening and just making sure that everybody is not moving into the juice man and that type of shit. Because juice man he be ready. He be on deck. J. Carl, you about to knock down that grilled cheese? How many cheeses you got on it, right? She got 6 cheeses on there. Lamar says, so true, Mark. Trading is easy. What's tough is controlling yourself, and that takes work. My man. See, Lamar know what it is. Sharp cheddar is a good choice right there for grilled cheese. That's solid. You don't even need no other cheese if you got sharp cheddar cheese. As a matter of fact. Don't ever come on here talking about you got American cheese on a grilled cheese. If you do that, I'll throat punch you. Okay? That goes for everybody. Don't ever say American cheese and grilled cheese in the same sentence. You'll get throat punched. Talk about American cheese. Come on, man. We don't do. Matter of fact, we don't even have American cheese. We don't even own American cheese. I'm just kidding, but I'm not kidding at the same time. David said, boy, I got throat punch reflex. Yes, sir. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's a sad state of affairs. Exactly. Yep. I think it might be a good time to set this timer. I ain't set the damn timer yet. Let's set the timer. How about that? Let's set the timer. Wow, last time you had bread was on January 17th. My goodness. Damn. Well, that's why you don't drop that 50. Yeah, I think yesterday, J. Carly said she lost 50 pounds. That's crazy. 50 pounds from January 17th to March 17th. So 2 months? Yeah, about 2 months. When do you think is a good time to cover the balance? I would say when you get over 1,000. And I mean, to be honest, I would say just cover your balance, period. Like just get into the habit of covering up your balance, and it's just 1-0 forever. Like that's it. Just 1-0 forever. Forever and no. And that way you take the emphasis off of balance altogether, and you have your focus and your energy on the execution of your process and what you do in the market, and that's it. you know Gregory, you still here? Let me see if Greg is still here. Yeah, I agree. Covering the balance is a must. Yeah, it's a distraction. I agree 100%. That's kind of a problem, J. Carly. It's so crazy because that's how devastating bread is. Bread make you big, man. Unless you eating pumpernickel and what's the other dry ass bread that people be eating that don't have no fat in it or don't turn into to carbs. There's another kind of bread that you can eat, like pumpernickel, rye, all the bread that don't nobody like. First of all, the multi-grain bread is pretty good. I think leavened bread, like Ezekiel bread, is good too. And Walker says, takes a bite out the hush puppy. Oh man. Just flush it with water. It ain't enough water for that Italian sesame seed loaf though. That hoagie bread, it ain't enough water in the world for that joint. You gonna get fat. Keep messing with that. She said, yeah, you hush puppy. mm. Yo, that is so 2018, J. Carly. That's mad. That's mad November 2018 right there. Oh shit. Oh, I think he was doing that too in the summer. Yeah, J. Carly went through a lot of different phases. He won 998 on your mental trade. Silliness. Just to put things in perspective, so far this week, like yesterday, I took 2 trades actually. I'm so far for the week, I took 3 total trades, and this week, so far I'm 3-0 for the week. And I'm saying so far, but really I don't need to do nothing else. Like I could just stop right now. But of course, if I'm on the charts and I got my phone up, if a trade is there, I'm going to take it. So A lot of times I purposely won't even be available on the charts once I've, like done a certain amount of trades. So just putting things in perspective, the 3 trades that I took, financially, it like literally it paid my bills. What are we in now? March. So them 3 trades cover bills from till October of this year, and we in March. So like if all I did was just put that money to the side, that pays all my bills until October of this year. Now, anything I'm doing after that is money to use for whatever. Like I was talking about this yesterday, about structuring and putting yourself in position so that your bills are paid, and then anything else you want to do, every time that you take, that you get a trade, the money is there to cover anything else that you want to do. Not talking about your living expenses and things that you need. That's what your bills are. That's what I'm making reference to. So all of your needs are taken care of. Now you are literally dealing with income that you can use for whatever you want to. You understand what I'm saying? So you might have something that you might want to do, and your business is funding whatever it is that you want to do. Forget about a credit card. Forget about a line of credit. Forget about dipping into your stash. You don't have to do any of that. Your business literally is financing whatever else you want to do beyond your bills and your living expenses. So in other words, beyond your lifestyle, and for you to pay for everything that you're doing, financially, that's already taken care of. Now you're literally dealing with money that you can use for whatever you want to use it for. You could save it. You could take a vacation. If you want to buy a car, you can go buy a car. You understand what I'm saying? So this is how you can position yourself. Gilbert, you must not have high expenses every month. My expenses is about $3,000 a month. Just to put it in perspective. $3,000 a month. So you do the math in your head. So that's from March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So 7 months. 7 months. Do the math on 7 months. And then you can understand the math on the 3 trades that I took. So put it, you understand what I'm saying? You'll understand. That's quite low considering what you say you earn. Well, why would that be low? I think that it's important to live below your means, like for one. And two, like if you actually listen to everything I just said, what I'm saying as far as it's like, all right, how do you determine what your bills and your living expenses are? Like what makes that determination? What are you including in that? The cost of your car, your house payment, or your rent, or whatever you're paying per month to live, right? If you're including that, you including the cost of food, you including other things that you might have to pay, insurances, health insurance, whatever else that you're paying for. So if you add all of that together, how much does that add up to? Because, I mean, I live in New York City. So if you're saying that 3,000 in expenses is low, there are people that don't earn 3,000 a month in New York City. So you understand what I'm saying? Put it in perspective. There's people that don't make that much. I'm telling you, that's how much I spend on just bills. So how is that low? You see what I'm saying? And if that's low, then what's average? What would be average? What's the status quo? 5,000? Most people don't make 3. The average person doesn't make 3 to 5,000 a month in income. The average person. The majority of America don't make that much. So if you're I guess considered what, middle class? If whatever you're earning only pays for your expenses, then you're in the red. Right? So you should always be living below whatever your means are. That's kind of like what I always preach, and that's what I always get at when I talk just in general. Let me read what y'all saying now. Yeah, look at what's going on right now. Everyone that lives paycheck to paycheck and can't work for the rest several weeks are fucked. Very true. Rich said buying for a reason and not buying to keep up with society is the smartest move. Adele said the average doesn't even have a savings. And see, this is another thing too that I think kind of needs to be addressed when it comes to when you are going to actually be in position to do certain things. Let's say right now you were making 6 figures a year. Right now, you making 6 figures a year. So that means on average, you making anywhere from $8,000 to $10,000 a month in income. If you're making $8,000 a month, what's your lifestyle like? What kind of car are you going to drive? Like in your head, just like think, all right, what kind of car do I want to drive? Where do I want to live? How much, can I afford as far as where I want to live? And do the math. And remember, you're earning $8,000 a month because you're earning 6 figures for the year. And when you do all of that math, remember, you got to think about taxes. You got to think about everything that you have to pay for. You got to pay taxes, right? And if you self-employed, you got to pay self-employment tax. That's included in that, right? You need to set aside some money for retirement. So you got to account for that. You got insurances. You got health insurance. Again, if you're self-employed, you got to pay your own health insurance. There's no benefits. So this is great conversation to have because it really makes you think about what it is that you're doing, not only for right now, but for the future. So let's just put it in perspective. You're earning 6 figures a year. How are you earning 6 figures a year? Do you have a job making that much? Are you running a business? Or if you're doing what I'm doing, you're trading. Regardless of what you're doing, you want to maintain that income or increase it, of course, or at least be in position to. But let's say that you have a job, so you're not really in position to do that. If you got a job, then you're dependent on your check. I make 6 figures. You make 6 figures, but you still got a job. You have a boss that can get rid of you, a boss that can eliminate your job tomorrow, which means your 6-figure income can be gone tomorrow. I'm just going through this to put it in perspective because this leans into the way people think. Somebody get a 6-figure income job, first thing that they're thinking about, listen, man, I'm gonna drive S-Series Benz. I'm getting the S5. So now you want an S500 Benz, right? You need you're gonna get yourself what? A 6-bedroom house or a condo, or you know what I'm saying? You're gonna do shit that's crazy and that's kind of ridiculous because you think that $8,000 a month is a lot of money. In your mind, that's a lot of money. I'm balling. When in reality, no. You need to live below your means. If you're gonna make that much money, that means you got to keep making that money to support the lifestyle you create. You have to keep making that money to support whatever expenses you create for yourself. That money it better keep coming. So you get in that Benz, you get in that house. Now you're dealing with obligations. You got to pay for that Benz every month. You got to pay for that mortgage or that apartment or wherever you live every month. And if you're earning that much, you shouldn't be spending that much. That's the point that I'm making. If you earn an 8, why are you spending 7 or 8? You understand what I'm saying? This is how people think. You making 8,000, you spending 8,000. It's the most ridiculous thing ever. It's ridiculous. So that's why I talk about how I move, because the way that I move is always forward thinking. You got to prepare for the unexpected to happen. You have to be prepared for that so that you can still seamlessly shift and adjust and maneuver during things that take place outside of your control. Just like if you got a job earning that much, are you ready if your boss fires you tomorrow? What you going to do if your boss fires you tomorrow? What you going to do if you lose that job tomorrow? If your position was eliminated? Because that's the new shit that they like to tell you. Oh, we regret to inform you that your position has been eliminated. We wish you the best in the future. You get called into the office and they tell you that shit. What you going to do? This is like, see, that's why I love these dialogues, because this is stuff that people don't think about. They just think about this artificial, imaginary life that they want to live. But this is not fake life. This is real life. So when you see someone successful and you're looking at the way that they move, to me, the person that's very successful, they don't show all of the success. They don't care that you think that they're successful or not. They're not flossing. Rich people don't floss. Broke people floss because they trying to prove something. And broke means if you make an 8 and you spend an 8, you broke. You make an 8 and you spend an 8, you're broke. Regardless of what your lifestyle looks like, you can't support that lifestyle if something happens to your 8,000 a year. Am I right? What happens if something happens to that 8,000 a year and you're spending that every month? What you gonna do? So just, like, these are just things to spark stuff in your mind to think about. Because I know for a fact people don't think about it. People take everything for granted. It's one of the misfortunes that we have as human beings. We naturally do that shit. I used to do it. I'm not fronting like I never did that. I did do it. That's why I know about it. That's why I know you'll get jammed up if you do that and you think like that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, this type of stuff I'll be thinking about. Yep. You can double someone's income today. They'll be just as broke in less than 6 months. Facts. Nathan is calling. There he goes. Come on, Nathan. Figure out Facebook, man. Jeez. He gonna call again. Watch. He gonna call again. Yeah, I like what y'all are saying, though. I'm feeling this. They'll be broke in less than 6 months. Lamar said people would jump to buy a car and a big house immediately. That's the first thing that they're doing. Jay Carly said, I'm going to stay where I'm at till I owe no one and then still stack. When I can pay cash for a house or a new car, then I'll do that. Listen, man. Rich said pressure to maintain that lifestyle. Exactly. You don't want that pressure. You don't want that pressure. It's better to be smart. If you can't pay cash for something, do you really need it? Your situation can change at the drop of a dime. That was a hard lesson to learn. Now we know better, so we're going to do better. Exactly. At least on TA. All facts. Vito said, very true. Good advice. Absolutely. Gilbert said, would pay debt off first, or would you invest in trying to increase income first? What type of debt, Gilbert? When you say pay off debt, what type of debt are you referring to? Because it depends on the debt. Jay Carly says, stack your savings to pay all your bills for 6 months and then work on your debt. That's good advice. Pay off the smallest balances first and work your way up. Excellent advice. And this is why I wanted to know what kind of debt we dealing with. For credit card debt, yeah. Okay, so for credit card debt, what Jay Carly is saying is excellent advice. You start with the smallest ones and then you work your way up. Absolutely. And you're saying, would you do that versus trying to invest to increase income first? Depending on the investment, what I probably would do is split it. I would do half and half. I would set aside half to invest with and increase income. And then the other half, I would do the credit card thing the way that Jay Carly described. Start with the smallest balances. She also said to save up first and then work on the debt. I agree with that a little bit. Again, I would split it. I would save half and then use the other half to pay off the debt. So I would do kind of both at the same time. The same way that I would do investing and paying off the debt. So whether saving and investing, or I should say saving or investing and paying off the debt, I would do them at the same time. I would split it and do half and half. That way you're actually making progress with everything. Because if you just focus on paying off debt first, you're talking about unsecured debt. Credit card debt is unsecured debt. So I don't believe in giving all of your energy to that. You know, however you created the debt, it is what it is. As long as you're making progress towards paying it down, I think that that's actually better than trying to put yourself under pressure to pay it down. Like, I don't think that you should do that. I don't think you should be stressed out over credit card debt. Now, if you're talking about something else that's like an imperative debt to pay, you know, a mortgage or your car or something like that, there's no question. you have to pay that. But I understand that you weren't asking that. You were asking more so about the credit card debt. Also, the student loan debt. That's another type of debt that they're going to get you for at some point. So student loan debt, you're going to have to deal with it because you cannot get that written off at all. Student loan debt is going to follow you forever, even after you die. Even after you're gone, somebody got to pay that. Credit card debt is different. It's unsecured debt. So it gets written off after a certain amount of time, especially depending on the state that you're in. So it will eventually fall off of your credit report. I'm not saying don't give a shit about it, but I'm just saying don't give as much as a shit about it as doing other things like saving and investing and paying off your student loan debt, because those are things that are like requirements. You got to pay your student loan debt off, and you definitely should be saving and investing all the time. There should never come a time where you're not saving and investing, period. So even if you're paying down your debt, don't use all your money to pay down your debt. You should be using break it down into percentages, 60-40 or 50-50 or something like that. I think that's the best way, just in my opinion. Rich said it's crazy. My wife repairs credit, and you would not believe the stories from those who don't have it. After some education and a mindset shift, they all have recovered and reduced every single outgoing. Right? Because credit can be repaired. Like that's what I'm saying about being all stressed out about it. Like, you don't gotta stress credit. If you fucked up, you fucked up. You're better off putting yourself in a better position financially and focusing on that first, and incorporating saving. Like, you got to develop the habit of saving. Some people just don't save. You got to save. I don't care if it's $10 a week. You got to save money. You should be in the habit of saving a small percentage first before you do anything else. In the financial world, they call it pay yourself first. I believe in pay yourself first, because all them other bills is going to be there anyway. A small little piece, even if it's 5% of whatever you making, save that and get into the habit of doing that. Walker said, I thought bathroom-sized apartments in New York cost a minimum of $9,000 a month. Shit. If you talk about Midtown Manhattan, hell yeah. You get a little ass apartment for like $3,000, $4,000 a month. Matter of fact, Midtown, you can't even get no apartment for $4,000. Minimum is gonna be $5,000 a month, and that's like for a studio. If you in Midtown Manhattan. Jay Carter, I used to do it too, which is why my mindset has been changed for the better. Yep. Adele, I'm ignore that. Yeah, at least he did stop doing the late night calls. Greg, you did answer. Well, Greg, I forgot what I asked you. What I asked you earlier? You said yes. What was I asking? I asked if you did something. Oh, I asked if you were still here. All right, so I don't think I asked whatever the question was I wanted to ask you. I forgot. Because you ain't answer right away. So we started talking about other stuff. So I forgot what I was talking about. I think I was going to ask you if you watched 301 again, or if you were going to watch it again before training later tonight. I think that's what I was going to ask. Jelani, don't get AJ in trouble. Any one of y'all call me, I'm hanging up. Paley said, my house is going to be in paying me straight up. Paley, what you talking about, Paley? I'm not sure what you were saying right there. Gilbert said credit card. Oh, okay, he was saying what type of debt. Okay, then check to see, cut back on. He's saying calculate all your expenses, then check to see what you can cut back on, and then do what Jay Carley is saying. I agree. Excuse me. Rich said medical bills also. Yeah, that's another one. That's another one you can't get rid of. Shawnee, the older I get, the less I need. Live light and lean, be nimble and stay liquid. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's it. That right there, that's my motto. I'm liquid as a motherfucker. People talking about they got all this money on paper. I'm like, you got money on paper. I got the paper. Fuck out of here. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Excuse me. That was rude. That was rude. I apologize. JP, credit card statements haven't hit yet. People been living off them for spring break and furlough, and then you're gonna see people panic. Amex gonna have a hitman looking for them. I made sure my son ain't do that in college. They used to send him offers in the mail. I would rip him up. I made sure he didn't do that. That's one of the most, man, that's a horrible thing. It's almost like a racket. They target college kids because they know they're like, you're gonna be good for it. You know, your parents are gonna end up having to pay this shit for you. No, we're not. Because my son ain't doing it in the first place. Nope. Gilbert said, if someone had high debt, maybe it's better to go for bankruptcy. I don't ever agree with bankruptcy unless you absolutely have, like, you don't have no other option or alternative. I never agree with doing bankruptcy. I mean, you had to have really messed shit up to go bankrupt. And then even if you do go bankrupt, you can still recover from it. So there's nothing that you can't recover from. But I just feel like you can recover without going bankrupt. I feel like, especially if it's credit card debt. If it's credit card debt, just don't pay the shit. Just don't pay it. Like I'm just being honest. If it's just credit card debt, fuck it. Just don't pay the shit. 7 to 10 years, the shit will be off your credit report anyway. When you get, in position, if you feel compelled to want to pay old ones, and you know by that time they done sold it off to somebody else, and it's all type of interest. So when they send you an offer, it's going to be for a fraction of what the actual total balance is. Sometimes it literally be pennies on the dollar. You might have had some credit card debt that was 25 racks, and they sending you an offer, be like, well, if you pay 10% today, we'll send you the letter. Like 10%, damn. Because that credit card debt, I'm telling you, all of that credit, all of that's coming from the fractional reserve. They don't give a shit about that. That's why they don't care about credit card debt. It's unsecured debt. That's why it's unsecured, because it's fractional reserve. See, people just don't be knowing this type of shit. But anyway, and this is not advice. This is just shit that I am familiar with. I'm not telling you to do nothing. J-Car said, if they're not going to kill me over credit card debt, they can wait. I need to be in position to protect myself first, and then I can deal with that shit later. Facts. Pay yourself first like you're a bill. Facts. Walker said, made that mistake back in the day, stacked up $3K, decided to be responsible, paid off a credit card. They ended up closing the account right after I paid it. I was hurt. Man. Damn. I'm hurt just reading that. Yep, got straight, got by Chase. Lesson learned. Yep. JP said 15% goes in my credit union every check on auto. Nice. Rich, since we're on the subject, if any of my peoples on here need help with your credit and or debts, DM me. We're here to help one another. Yeah, Rich said that his wife does that. If I read that earlier, right? Yeah, so that's good to know. So you hit up Rich, like he said, you can DM him directly if you done fucked up your credit. They're like, help. Osmond, back taxes too. Yeah, that's another one. Exactly. That's another one you're gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to deal with that, bro. Jay Carly, the rule of thumb on bankruptcy is 35K or more, and if it's credit card debt, fuck it. Did I not just say that a minute ago? You see, we right here, Jay Carly. We on the vibe. We on the vibe. Gilbert, they don't sell off the debt, and these companies chase you and force you to do bankruptcy. No, they can't force you to do anything. They cannot force you to do nothing. All they're doing is scaring you. Even, man, you can go as far as even going to court. If it's unsecured debt, it does not make a difference. It's different if it was a car loan. If it's a car loan, they're gonna take the car. If it was an unsecured credit card, what they gonna take? It's nothing to take. That's why it's called unsecured. Nah, they use scare tactics, man, and it's not right. Because uneducated consumers and people that deal with credit without knowing are the ones that really get hurt the most. You end up going bankrupt, and then when you go bankrupt, there's certain things you can't do for a period of time because you file for bankruptcy. That's why that's one of the first questions that they ask you when you do certain things, you go certain places to open up accounts and shit. Have you ever filed for bankruptcy in the last 10 years? And when you say yes, they put you in a whole different category. Nah, man. Nah. Rich said, also, why go bankrupt if it only takes a few bucks each week to repair it? There we go. There we see what I'm saying? You can always recover from that credit shit. Always. There aren't that many credit card companies that will sue you. And most of the time you can settle for 60% or even 50%. More than that. More than that, I'm telling you. Adele said, Jay Carly, that's changed. They will try to sue. Even if they try to sue, just deal with it. If you being ordered to go to your court, go. I'm telling you, it's unsecured debt. It's not the same as if it was attached to something. They cannot force you to do anything. Vito said they don't settle because it resets the 7-year clock and allows the company to report it again on your credit report. Yes, sir. Yep. See, y'all know what y'all talking about. This is why I love it in here. You know what y'all talking about. And yeah, you can settle with the ones that are going to sue you. You could do that. As soon as they start talking about some sue shit, you just call them. Be like, yo, you want to go to court or you want me to pay you something? What you want to do? This is what I can pay. Next thing you know, you paying $50 a month or whatever it is until kingdom come. But hey, it is what it is. They would rather do that than pay a lawyer. They got to pay a lawyer to sue you. By the time they do that, all they doing is tacking on money for no reason, and that is coming out of their pocket. They rather receive money than pay money. So a lot of them be selling that shit off anyway. By the time you get letters, it be from a different company altogether. You be like, well, what debt is this for? Uh-oh, too much wisdom on here. They're like, oh no. No, they spitting that game on there. That is a fact. Everything falls off after 7 years. Yep. Just hang in there. Gilbert, if you don't pay credit cards and you earn enough to pay the credit cards, can they enforce you to pay it? No. Nope. You just know that you ain't gonna be able to get no new credit. That's pretty much the most that's happening. If you messed up and now they trying to, like, existing creditors are trying to collect from you, you can't get no new credit. Definitely not. But I'm sure that you don't want no credit. If you owe, you ain't thinking about no credit card. Now you trying to think about making some more money. You know, which you should always be thinking about anyway. J-Car, they can't force me to do shit. Adele, no, they cannot. They will just keep you from getting any. Did I not just say? See, the vibe is crazy here. Not all of them will sue, and I'll go to court for sure. Walker, there's also credit insurance, which is a small premium on your monthly payments that will cover your payments even if you're unable to. Kind of like Aflac, right? Yeah, like some Aflac type of shit. Shawnee Mark knows that lady Winning Credit Solutions as well for credit repair, I believe. Yeah, Kelly Hunter. Yeah, she used to actually be trained. She was training with us, and actually it was her son that was training with us when she actually told me what was going on. She had paid for her son to train here with us, and she does credit repair also. And Rich said his wife do it, and they here with us now. So if y'all want to talk to somebody, hit up Rich. Shawnee said, I'm literally saying the things I learned from her. She's the only reason I know everything I've said today. Good stuff. All right, so let's see what it is. We got a bunch of folks on here know what they're talking about. Wisdom, as usual. Yeah, but this is good stuff, though. This is good stuff. Yep, this is good stuff. Gilbert said, enlightening, thanks. Yes, sir. Rich said, that's why I'm so grateful for TA, stress-free, road to freedom, and you know with how we train, you will have your mind right when you reach the mountaintop. Yes. And that really was like what sparked the whole conversation that we went into just now, because when we were talking about the keeping, like, living below your means, like I'm a big proponent of that. I believe in that heavily. I think that you should live below your means. And all that means is whatever you're earning shouldn't be neck and neck with what you have to pay for your living expenses. Whatever you're earning, you want your living expenses to be less than that. So as you earn more, you don't necessarily have to increase your living expenses, especially not to try to keep up with what you're making. And that's a problem, you know, especially with people that have never experienced more income. It's kind of like somebody hitting the lottery. You got all this money, you don't know what to do. So what you do what you used to doing, spending all of it. You see what I'm saying? The same way, like when you get your check, you spend all your check. You living paycheck to paycheck. You don't have no money until 2 weeks from now. Matter of fact, your check was spent before you got it, because you already had planned. Oh, when I get my check, I'm gonna pay for this. I'm gonna buy this. I'm going here. It's no bueno. It's no bueno. So we want to run our life like a successful business. You want your income to be greater than your expenses. You know, so everything that we're doing here, like we're treating trading as a business. We're treating our life as a business. And if you want to have success just all throughout everything, you got to treat it like a business. Never the employee mentality. It's not paycheck to paycheck thinking at all, on any level. Even when you make more money, and you will make more money, especially if you're learning how to trade. You're learning how to trade, especially if you're in training here with us, you're going to make more money. It's inevitable. As you make more money, your thinking and your mindset will already be where it needs to be because of the training. That's why this is so important to me. Like, people wonder why I be doing lives every day. You see why now. All of this is preparing you for when you get to that level. You're going to get to the level. It's not a question of if. Just the simple fact that you're remaining in the process, you're going to get there by default. It's impossible for you not to get there. So now when you get there, instead of it being like such a shock to you, you're like, all right, I'm in position now. I knew I was going to be here one day. I'm here now. I'm good. You know exactly what to do. You're not there trying to figure out what to do. You know how people be. It's one of the reasons why along the journey you hide your balance in your account as you building. When you in the building phase, you're not thinking about the money. Because as soon as you do that, you see $2,000 in your account, you're like, oh snap, I got 2 racks in my account. You never saw that before. First thing you want to do is withdraw. You want to pull out. Oh man, let me pull some of this out, man, just in case. Just in case what? This is your business. That's just part of the journey. That's not the destination for where you're going to be in position. You already know where you're going to be in position. It ain't $2,000. It's more than that. Leave it alone. Focus on the execution of the process for what you're actually doing and put your work in. Keep training, 1-0. Keep training, 1-0. Next thing you know, the project is over. You did it, and now you're in position. And now the same thing that you were doing to build, you do the same thing to maintain, and now you're in position. So it's a beautiful thing, man. Greg, we're gonna be around 9:45, around the same time. Yeah, around 9:45. Yeah, man, get some shut eye, man. Definitely get some sleep. So that's a good 4 hours of sleep right there you can put in. JP said promise money. Yep. Yeah, so that's how we moving, man. That's how we moving. And that was the theme too for this live stream. Like, just talking about make a living from trading and doing it in spite of everything that's going on. Like, epidemics, bad decisions, you done, messed up your credit in the past, whatever the case may be. Well, they doing their thing on the bikes. We did the wheelie all the way to the light. That's a remarkable skill right there to be able to do that. I think Rich does that. I think Rich be messing with bikes. Yeah, definitely reap what you sow money. That's right. Yep. All day. All right, so this laptop about to die, and I don't feel like charging it and all of that. All right, y'all, so let me get up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all for coming on. This was another awesome live stream, definitely. So I'll see you guys on training, everybody else. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all stay safe out here with all the pandemics. Alcohol, sanitizer. All right, y'all, I'm out.